base to Sector 1. Is your post clear?
All clear. No signs of any, You guys as nervous as I am about the feds coming to get us business or what?
Bruce, what's back there? Do we have intruders?
I don't know. There's something out there, though.
You see? You see? Guys? Hey, guys!
There are creatures science refuses to recognize.
There's something down there!
But if our eyes see it, if our cameras capture it,
What is that?
does it exist?
Them, they're monsters!
Lost tapes. Do you believe? Beast of Bray Road.
I'm ready.
In May 2009, a Wisconsin-based militia group came under attack from what they believed were covert federal operatives. In order to expose the assault and hopefully thwart any future attacks, they decided to grant an exclusive interview to investigative reporter Randall Steiner and his cameraman Mike Monroe.
Any attempt to contact anybody on the outside while you are with us will be met with severe consequences.
The two were driven to a secret rendezvous point to meet with the group's elusive leader, Brian Kavanaugh. This interview, deep in the northern woods, would become the setting for an encounter more primal and ferocious than any of them could have ever expected. These are their tapes.
We're coming in now.
What the hell happened here?
Stand down, Bobby. You stand down.
Who the hell are these guys?
It's the reporter. It's all cool. Stay sharp. Don't mess up.
No mistakes.
We're moving on. Let's go.
Is this where Kavanaugh is?
Shut up. Keep moving.
Let's go.
What's up?
Let's do this thing.
So what do you want to know?
Wait a second. No disrespect, but we came all the way out here to interview Kavanaugh.
I am Brian Kavanaugh.
Right. So what's going on here, Mr. Kavanaugh?
We're ordinary citizens of this state, practicing our Second Amendment right to form a militia. Our intentions are to wrest power from big government and return it to the rightful control of the individual through any means necessary.
I noticed you've got a lot of surveillance cameras here. Why is that?
Since the incident 2 nights ago, we've added cameras on the tree lines and all around the cabin. We've also added gun scope cams. The feds' actions will be documented.
What makes you so sure it's the feds?
You think you live in a safe little world with justice and laws? I'll show you how much your government obeys its own laws. Follow me.
Move it.
God. This looks more like an animal attack than something a human would do.
Government issue. Can easily make those markings. This is what they're capable of.
Most descriptions of the Beast of Bray Road portray it as well over 6 feet tall. It's been described as having a wolf's head with a human-like torso.
The Beast of Bray Road first came to be known around my own hometown of Elkhorn, Wisconsin. Most report a bipedal creature. Sometimes they'll see it crouched or on 4 legs by the side of the road, and then it stands up and either runs toward them or runs away on 2 legs.
We've had reports from Wisconsin, Michigan, Minnesota for decades. Anywhere where there's farmland, where there's forest, we're hearing stories of strange mystery canids.
I think what scares people when they encounter one of these creatures, first of all, is their sheer size. They outweigh most people. They have huge fangs, which would obviously be very good at tearing flesh. They have long claws, larger than a normal dog's or wolf's. They always are described as very muscular, so they look like they are very strong and could really inflict some damage on a person if they were able to.
The Beast of Bray Road is often compared to a werewolf-type creature, a creature that's mysterious and yet bloodthirsty.
This is what they're capable of.
The hell was that? They're trying to put us off balance before they make their move.
It's the feds. They're out there.
Tom, we just lost a signal from Bobby's post.
I need you to go to Sector 3 and look for him.
Roger that, Kavanaugh. Approaching Sector 3 now. Bobby, it's Tom. You better not be screwing around. Bobby, is that you? Bobby. Bobby!
Get down! Get to rescue! Get down! Get to rescue!
What the hell is going on out there?
Okay, they must be coming from the west side. What camera position is that?
That's 50 yards out. That's way too fast for one person.
It's a raid.
Let's go. You, come with me. You, stay here. Remember, you are being watched. If you have anything to do with this siege, I will kill you myself. Let's go.
The Bray Road Beast is definitely in the folklore of werewolves nowadays. It's seen as a modern werewolf. It's called an American werewolf.
Werewolves do seem to be predators. In folklore, when people have turned into wolves, they have gone on rampages where they kill livestock and sometimes people.
Wolves have formidable attributes at their disposal. These include speed, agility, intelligence, strategy, and they have different types of teeth in their mouth that come as kind of a Swiss Army knife package to use against their prey. The canines are used to puncture the skin and to hold on to prey. The carnassial teeth are the shearing teeth, and those are used to shear flesh, like scissors. And then behind that you have the molar teeth, and those are for crushing the meat and bones. If a wolf did attack a human with the intent to kill, then the human would be in a lot of trouble.
You stay on point. We don't know how many feds are out here. You come with me.
Got it.
I hope this is recording. We're here at the paramilitary's main compound in northern Wisconsin. There's a lot of going down. I'm not sure exactly what's happening, but I'm pretty sure we're under attack.
Oh my God. Tom! Oh my God. No. What the hell happened to you? What the hell is this? What is this? Bobby! Militia! Militia, thank God. What the hell happened to him? Bobby, what the hell happened to him?
I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was the feds. I don't know if it was an animal.
What do you mean animal? What do you mean you don't know? You're the only one.
It was dark. I couldn't see anything. I took a shot. I couldn't see. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get back to the cabin.
Look at this. Look at this. This looks just like your jacket.
Are you saying to me I killed him?
How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to trust you? Tell me. You tell me.
Early accounts of the Beast of Bray Road cite a lone, terrifying creature, but later reports suggest the horrifying possibility that actual packs of these creatures may be roaming the American Midwest. Bear witness to a band of bloodthirsty beasts when Lost Tapes continues.